Hello there, my YouTube friends. So, where we left off last time, which I know is a long time ago now, the brief reminder is that I was feeling pretty much down, possibly even on the thing of depression, in that I was about to have my injection to see if that would help raise us, because it normally raises us pretty well, you know. It normally gives us a really good feeling again, and I feel pretty good afterwards.
I will fight just to survive. I won't be denied. I'm a warrior inside.
Gotta say though, this time round it didn't work. It didn't work the way it normally does. Yeah, I got a slight lift, but after a couple of days, that was gone again. You know, it was like I burned through it like something not right. You know, which is just crazy. So I started feeling more and more down. Just not be bothered with anything at all. Yeah, I like to play video games, and even though I was playing on the video games, I wasn't particularly bothered about them. I was doing it because that's what I'm used to doing. You know, there was no passion to it. There was no love for it. There was nothing. There was just doing it because what else could I do? I would either that or I would just be asleep. I would fall asleep, and I didn't want to do that. You know, I didn't want to spend me freaking thingies asleep. I knew I was getting worse, but I wasn't going to go and see any doctors about it. That's just pointless. You know, I don't want to be put on any freaking depressants or antidepressants or anything like that. I didn't think I needed them. You know, I wasn't that bad. I didn't feel at the point where I was suicidal or anything like that. You know, I just felt really low, and just it was like the thing you've just going, you know, is I'm not fucking bothered. I didn't care anymore. I really couldn't give a crap. And that just carried on and carried on and carried on. Roughly about until the time we found out the gyms were going to be open again. And then I started to feel something inside again. It was weird. As soon as I found out they were opening on the 25th, I was like, ooh, gyms are opening again. Might sound weird to a lot of people, but that's how I felt. There was just that little tiny buzz. So, the 25th came around, which was a Saturday, and I was there. There was no doubt about it, I was there. I haven't missed a day since. I haven't missed a day of going to the gym since. Now, can I say it's lifted us as made us as happy as what I was before? No, not yet. I'm certainly a lot better than I was. I'm a lot better than I was, but I'm still having me periods of time when I'm low. If something goes on in the house, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm not interested. I don't care. But I'm certainly a lot better than I was. You know, I have something to look forward to now. I used to train in the morning all the time at one time because my training partner was doing personal training, so it's whenever he could squeeze in, we would just get hours done and dusted on the morning. But now he's doing a proper job. Even though I'd say proper job, you know, personal training is a proper job, but personal training was his thingy. And when this shutting the gyms happened, he had to go out there and get another job because he just couldn't live, you know. And he just decided to keep that up because at least to give him regular income, because the PT, there was always people letting him down and just not turning up for sessions and stuff like that, you know. And you can't afford to live like that. So he got this job, and now we're training on a night time. So it gives me something to sort of look forward to on a night time. It gives me something to keep myself going towards, you know. I don't get finished till late on. I think even though it's still light out here, I've just finished my workout. It's like slightly earlier than normal. It's almost 7:30. We don't normally get finished till about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we got it there earlier tonight, got done earlier. But I've got to say, you know, that's, if people say that you don't get a buzz from training, whether it be running or whatever it is you do, you don't get this buzz from it, it's bollocks. Total bollocks, because you do get a bloody buzz from it, because I'm getting that buzz back. I'm starting to feel myself picking up. I'm starting to feel myself feeling more alive again. I'm starting to feel that things are worth getting up for and carrying on for and doing stuff for, that I just didn't before the gyms were opened again. You know, it was getting to the point where I just was not interested in anything at all. I just didn't give a monkey's. You know, whereas now I'm starting to feel a lot better, starting to feel a lot more myself again, starting to get that buzz back. And because I've had over 3 months off, I've got aches and pains in my body that I've never felt for years because I've never took time off. You know, even on holidays, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know, I felt like even when we have a holiday, I find some way of training because I love training that much. You know, and I've never really had any time off for almost 15 years. I've barely had any time away from the gym. Maybe it's the odd day here and there, but most of the time I'm always at the gym. This was the first period of time I've had any lengthy period of time off bar injury. Yeah, so I was just, the feelings I'm getting in the body again, it's like being a new starter again, you know, it's crazy, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So yes, I am starting to pick up now. I'm starting to feel a lot better in myself. I'm still not 100% back to where I was. How long that'll take, I don't know. Whether I'll ever get back to that 100%, I don't know. Maybe there's certain things that just kick in and just sort of bring us down a little bit every now and again, you know, because we're still sort of technically in lockdown. My wife's still working from home, and maybe that'll carry on after, even when lockdown's lifted, that she may still be working from home, you know, which sort of adds added pressure into life, you know. At the moment, we've got my middle daughter moved back in with her boyfriend to here because they had a few issues with the last house that they were living in, and so they've been living here for over almost 2 months, I think now, and they've still got a period of time to go. They've got now their own place. Or they get the keys on Friday, which it's now Wednesday, so they get the keys in a couple of days' time, but they can't move into it just yet because they've got to wait till the internet gets connected. Because again, my daughter's the same. She works from home, or she's been basically working from my man cave at the minute. So I've lost my man cave as well. So you know, I've got nowhere to escape to. So my daughter's using the man cave, so they're going to have to stay here until they can get the internet switched on. Well, all those things are behind schedule now because again, they've had to go through the lockdown, so they're sort of over a month behind the stuff that they need to do. So it's going to take over a month before they'll get the internet on in there, which means they cannot technically move in properly because she needs to have internet all the time for work. So they're going to be staying with us until the internet gets fitted, which is fine and dandy. You know, they're not causing any issues. They're great. The champion, you know, and it's lovely having them here. So, but it's still, it's a case of it's all these things going on where you never get the space. And you see, I'm a loner by heart, you know. So when I'm not getting much chance to be alone, it becomes difficult for us, and I can sometimes feel myself getting just, I need to be fucking alone. I need to be left alone. Now, thankfully, normally speaking, I do get a brief period on a night time because my wife goes to bed. They all go to bed so they can get up for work the next day. And I don't normally go to bed till anywhere between 2 and 3, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning. So I get that period from, I would say, maybe it's 11, 12 o'clock, where there's nobody around but me. And that's a brief period that I do get to sort of be by myself. But sometimes that's not enough, you know. Sometimes I need more. So I've been taking the dog out now and again during the day to give myself that brief period of just being alone again. And you know, but I like to try and get out with my daughter and a boyfriend in order to give them some exercise as well, to help try and set off in them the want to go out and exercise and do things. Because my daughter obviously sits at home all day working on a computer, doing her stuff for work, and then she comes in from the man cave and then she'll sit around the rest of the freaking night and do out as well. You know, so, and that's not good for anybody. I don't care what you say, that's not good for anybody to be literally sat around all day, every day, not travelling anywhere, not doing anything, because she doesn't have to go out and get shopping in now because we're doing it. You know, so it's a case of I like to sort of try and motivate them to get out. Let's go and let's take the dog for a walk and do stuff like that to get them into a routine of exercising, you know, to help them think, because it does help. It helps ease your tensions, it helps ease your mind, it helps just get yourself away from yourself for a little bit, you know. And what's good about it is when them two are out together, it'll give them time to talk alone, because they'll lag behind me, and if Wallace is out with us, or if just a dogs, they'll lag behind. We're chatting away to each other, and that's great, because that's what they need. They need time to be on their own chatting. They don't get that when they're in our house, because even if they go upstairs to the room the way, that's how they were living before in the house that were before. They were living in their bedroom pretty much, because he was living with his brother, and his brother, being a bit of a dick that he was, literally had the freaking sitting room and one of the bedrooms to himself. So the only time they'd left the bedroom was when they were coming down to make something to eat in the kitchen. They didn't have the use of the sitting room because he fucking used it. And he didn't like them fucking being in there when he was thingy. So it's like, that's no way to fucking live. That's no way to live at all. I don't care what you say, it's no way to fucking live. So thankfully they're living at ours. They're downstairs, whatever they want to be, but obviously they've still got to live within our rules, and that's not good for them. So thankfully, see, they've got the keys to their own place. In a month or so's time, when they get the internet put on, they'll be in their own place and they'll be living their own life, and hopefully thoroughly fucking enjoying it. That's what I want for them. The only other update I want to try and give you is obviously I've been down, I've had another scan done, because they were trying to get in touch with us over the phone to talk to us. They eventually got in touch with us, and he spent less than fucking 2 minutes on the phone. I mean, it was literally a waste of fucking time. May not have bothered. He's literally going, oh, how are we doing? And all things considered, not too bad. He's well, that's the way it ends right now with the lockdown and everything. Yeah, so you're thinking that, and blah, 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 and bye. And I was like, fuck him, and I didn't get a chance to tell him anything. I didn't fucking get to speak about anything. That was it. He was gone. And just says, right, oh yes, we need to get you in for getting another test done on you. I'll set that up, and you'll get a thingy off them to say when to come doing for your test, and then we'll sort of sort out from there and let you know what the results are. And I was like, all right, no worries, nice champion. I got that through. That was for a Saturday afternoon. I went down, had it done. And I think it was maybe less than a week later, I got a letter through saying, basically, well, it's hard to fucking state what it was stating, because the fact is it left me not fucking knowing what the hell. I'm used to Miss Uzier getting us in and sitting us doing, and if something's gone great, she's like enthusiastic and bubbling about it, thinking, so yeah, this has gone great, Mark, this is what's happening, blah, 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 this is where we're at. This sort of letter just sort of says, I don't even know. That's how thingy the letter is. All I know is that by the sounds of it hasn't grown. That's basically the gist of it. It hasn't grown. Which is fucking great news in itself. Yes, don't get me wrong, it's great news and stuff. But I need to know is, right, has it stayed the same? Has it shrunk a bit more? Or has it completely and utterly fucking disappeared? Am I now fucking no longer with cancer? This thing didn't fucking tell me any of this shit. It just basically, the way it read was such a weird way of fucking putting it that I was like, okay, all I know for certain is that it hasn't grown. Champion, that's great. But it's still left us with fucking lots of questions about, like, well, yeah, what has happened with it? Yeah, because when you're a cancer fucking patient, you want to know, has it shrunk? Has it stayed the same? Because that's big news to you. If it shrunk again, then you're heading in the fucking right direction, and you might possibly fucking beat something that was supposedly gonna fucking end me life. That this thing that should have fucking ended me life, that I am still going towards the process of getting rid of it. But I don't know that now. It might literally just be stationary now. It might be literally at a halt, a hiatus, before it starts the regrowth. Or it might be in hiatus and that just stays where it is, all told. I don't know. And I won't know until I can get back to the hospitals, because I'm not going to phone them up and bother them with. There's too many other things for them to have to fucking worry about, for me to bother them or something as simple as this. I'll find out in fucking good time. It's just a shame that it has to be done this way. And I'm hoping when I eventually get back there that I won't be seeing the same guy again. And if I get a phone call and it's him again, I'll end up trying to get in touch with me thingy and sort of saying, look, can you give us somebody else, because I just didn't get on with this guy. His attitude to me, I just don't fucking like it. I don't like it. I prefer somebody to talk to us and have a good bedside manner than for me to feel almost like they don't want to speak to us because they don't feel I'm worthy of being spoken to, because the fact is they think, well, you're cured. I don't know why we're still talking to you. I don't know why we're still bothering with you. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you're fucking cured because it hasn't grown yet. You're not showing any symptoms of anything untoward. All these other issues that you could have with your frontal lobes being thingy and you're going blind and stuff like that. There's none of that seems to be occurring yet. So why we're still dealing with you? That's how it feels with this guy. Now, if that's how it is with him, then that's how it is. I'd rather be fucking told point blank, look, we don't need to see any more because until you start showing any sort of symptoms, we're just wasting each other's time. Then that's fine. That's great. I'll get myself out the fucking way and they won't hear from us again until such a time as I need to fucking thingy them over something. If that's how it is. But I'd rather know that. But I'd also rather have that told it was in a fucking better way, than just feeling like I'm wasting their fucking time, that I'm a nuisance to them. I don't want to feel like a fucking nuisance to anybody. That's why I never get in touch with anybody. I never fucking phone a friend. Even when I was feeling low and down, I didn't get in touch with anybody. I didn't phone anybody up and ask for fucking help, because I didn't want to feel like a fucking nuisance. I'll just get on with it. I'll just ride fucking through it. I've so many times in the past seen people that answer a phone call and they're chatting away to somebody nice as fucking ninepence, but they're pulling faces at the back end of the phone, and I'm blah, 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 oh, fucking hell, man. You know what I mean? And they'll come on and say, oh, that was a mate of mine from work, or that was a mate of mine, you know what I mean? And you're like, hang on a minute, that's a mate of yours. And that's how you're fucking getting on. And so, are you doing that when I'm fucking phoning you up? When I've been talking to you? Are you doing the same fucking shit if you're with somebody else? You fucking okay. And I just think to myself, no, I'm not fucking phoning anybody again. And I ain't gonna bother anybody. I'm not gonna text anybody. I'm not gonna fucking message anybody. I'm not gonna fucking thing anybody. If they want me, I'm here, and I'm fucking perfectly happy to fucking talk to them. 99% of the time, I'm gonna be perfectly happy to talk to them. But I'm not gonna get in touch with anybody because I don't want to think that that's what they could be fucking doing behind me back. Getting in touch with me, great. I'll talk, or I'll message back and forwards between them for as long as they fucking want to. Yeah? But other than that, I'm not getting in touch with somebody because I don't want to think that that's what I'm thinking, that that's what they might be doing, made me back. No way. I don't want to be that fucking person that's doing that too. I've never done that to anybody. You know what I mean? I've never done that to anybody, and I don't like the idea of somebody doing that to me, so I'll never get in touch with anybody like that. So if you never hear from me, guys, that they normally speak to us from time to time, it's nothing against you. It's just that's the fucking way I am. I don't want to think that I'm bothering anybody. I don't want to think that I'm being a pain in anybody's arse. I don't want to feel like I'm fucking taking up somebody's fucking time that they'd rather be doing something else. Nah, you're gonna talk to me? Fine, no problem. I'm here for you. I'll talk to you. If you didn't, fine. Just fucking get on with your fucking life and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? No skin or fucking mine. You can just get on with it. I'm not gonna pester you. I'm not gonna bother you. You know what I mean? So just remember that, guys. It isn't me not caring about you. It isn't me not fucking loving some of you. It isn't me not thinking. At the minute, I haven't been on social media, so I don't know whether any of you have noticed that. Probably not, because I wasn't really like major league active on it in the first place. But I literally at the minute, I'm not on it at all. I didn't even bother. You know what I mean? I might fucking flick it on, look and just going, it's the same shit, different day. What the fuck? Yeah, can't be bothered. I just didn't bother with it at all. So if you haven't seen us or haven't heard from us in a while, don't worry, guys. I'm proving I'm still alive. I mean, I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. It's just I'm taking time away from it because I'm not really that bothered anymore. I'm not really interested in it. But I do care about the people I care about. Okay, I do. And I'm still thinking, if you need to talk to us, if you want to talk to us, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm fucking here. Just, even if you tell me the same shit back, I'm not going to. And just thinking that I'm not going to get in touch with you like that. Okay, it would take something massive for me to do that. Because I have tried it before when I was feeling ill, when I was going through my cancer thingy. And one of my friends says, I'd always be here for you. And the one day I was feeling really, really ill, I phoned up because my wife had took the bairn out to get it away, so she didn't have to see us that ill because she was worried that it would mentally affect her. So she took out the house to get it out of the way, and it was the one day I could have done with somebody being there. I got in touch with her, and she was doing something else, and I felt literally like so let down, even though it wasn't her fault technically. I still felt really let down by it, and it was like, okay, I won't ever rely on anybody else again now. That's it. I cannot allow myself to have to rely on somebody else to be there for us, to help us through something, because there's going to be times when they just can't. Whether that's any fault of their own, whether it's because they just didn't want it, or because they're doing something else, or because it's whatever. Yeah, there is going to be times when you're going to be let down by those people, and I don't want to feel like I'm going to let down by somebody. I don't want to feel like I've let anybody down. I'll always do my very, 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 very best to be there for anybody that's within my social circle, within my realms of sort of being mates, I suppose you'd call it, because I don't really have friends as such, because I don't hang around with anybody. You know, the nearest person I have to a friend would be young Johnny that I train with. I spend more time with him than I spend with anybody else anywhere outside of a bar, my wife. But even then, you think about the time I spend with my wife, I don't spend any time with her. She's doing her job. She's sat at the computer. I'm sat in the sitting room. I can see her from where I am. We wouldn't frigging interact. She's too busy doing her job. Yeah. When she's not doing her job, she's getting on with other bits and pieces, or I'm getting on with bits and pieces. Then she'll go into bed, and I'll be downstairs by myself. There's not loads of interaction between me at all. Yeah. I don't know if that's the way it is for normal married couples. I don't know. It might be perfectly normal. That might be the way it is with people, but that's the way it is for us. So, anyway, guys, I don't want to waffle on, because I've waffled on fucking far too long again already, and there's a lot of people who won't sit through this to start with. But do realise, guys, I am getting a lot better. I am feeling a lot better. And things are starting to pick up now that I'm back at the gym again. I haven't missed a day so far, and at the minute I don't intend to miss a day. So let's hope it keeps up. Let's hope I keep getting better and better all the time. Let's hope you guys stay safe, stay happy, and if you are feeling a little bit down, if you need help, look for it, find it. Don't be like me and try and get through it yourselves, because some people aren't able to do that by themselves. Okay, guys, don't think because I can and I do that it means you should. Okay, it doesn't. Everybody's different. Everybody has to handle things the way they need to handle things, and do things the way they need to do things. If you need help, go and get it. Don't be afraid to go and get it. You guys probably have proper friends out there that you can trust and that you can get in touch with any time, and they'll be there for you, and you'll go out and do things together and shit like that. So you can get in touch with them and do it. Get out the fucking house for a bit and go and spend time with them, you know. If you've got proper friends that you can do that with, go do it. I don't. I have the gym. That's my place to go. It was shut. I got fucking worse and worse and worse. Now it's back open. I've got my place to go to again, to unladen myself of everything, and I'm starting to fucking feel better. That's how I do it, guys. You've got to find your way of doing it and go do it. Make sure that you're fucking doing what you can to feel as good as you can, as often as you can, guys. As long as it's not illegal. I'll put that one thing, as long as it's not illegal. Then get it done, guys, and get yourselves feeling better. Thank you very much for those that have watched this all the way through. You're a godsend, and you must be bloody angels to watch this all the way through. And I will catch you when I decide to make another one. Okay, guys, because there can't be that many briefings I can give you in at the minute. If you're from the 1/6 scale side of things, I've got note coming in at the minute. There's just nothing there, and the prices have went through the roof for these things since lockdown. They've just went stupid money, and I'm just not willing to pay it what I could have paid pretty. Maybe it's not quite half, but maybe it's quarter of that price for them beforehand. All of a sudden they're like sort of way up over 300 quid, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm not stupid, so I'll wait. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I mean I really do appreciate those that have done it. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I am out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,